This video is a tutorial on how to run your entire house's network off of your Android device. Prerequisites to doing this: you need your Android phone that has tethering enabled. This is for PC only. You're going to need a PC that has virtualization capabilities. To find out if yours has virtualization capabilities, right-click the taskbar, left-click Task Manager, go to Performance. Under CPU, it'll be right here. See? Virtualization enabled. If yours says disabled, look up your motherboard and how to enable virtualization. So, in the links in the description, press every single one of them. It's going to download VirtualBox for PC, VirtualBox Extension Pack, and Ubuntu 32-bit 13.1. Pause the video here and wait for all your files to download. Now that your files are downloaded, open VirtualBox. Here it is. Press New. And so the mode you're going to be is Guided Mode. Switch it to Expert Mode. Name it whatever your heart desires. I already have one named Ubuntu, so I'm just going to add a B in the front. It is Linux. It is 32-bit. We are going to create a virtual hard disk now. Press Create. It can be as big or small as you want. 6 is my recommended minimum, while the actual minimum is 5.9 gigabytes. I recommend 6. You do not want dynamically allocated. You want a fixed size, and you want it to be a VirtualBox disk image. This is what I've done, and this is what works for me, and so I can't recommend any other way. You don't want it to be eating up all your memory, so I highly recommend a fixed size. So we press file location. It'll just be default. I am going to change mine so it doesn't go on my SSD. And then press Create. This should take anywhere from half a minute to maybe 3. Now that we've created the virtual hard disk image, make sure that your new virtual machine is highlighted in blue. Go to Settings. General. That is correct. If you ever want any functionality, I suggest putting both of these on bidirectional. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Leave everything else at default. Next thing, motherboard. You want to enable I/O API-C. Next, processor. You only want one CPU. I really don't care about that. Never had any problems. Keep that at default. Keep these at default. Display will be fine. Storage should be fine. Audio fine. Network. Here is the pinnacle. Here is the important part. Here is the climax, the turning point. This is what changes it. Instead of NAT, instead of doing its weird own network that it makes up that won't be able to communicate with anything, bridged adapter. Now, right now I have my phone hooked up to be giving me internet service. I don't suggest having that. I'm actually going to unplug my phone because I had it crash just previously. And I'm going to change it to whatever your motherboard Ethernet port is. Now, go down to USB. You want it to be on 2.0 and enable USB controller. That should be all the settings you need. Now, on your first boot of Ubuntu, you have two options. Either you can use the image I had you download, the ISO, or you can use a live disk. I will be showing you how to use the image I just had you download. So we press Start. Instead of host drive E, press the folder with the green arrow. Then it should take you to under Downloads. If not, navigate to Downloads where you downloaded your image of Ubuntu i386 13.10. Mine might look a little different. I actually stripped it from my live CD, but your download will work just the same. So select it and press Open. Then back over here, press Start. Here it is. There's going to be some red text and then it'll turn to yellow. It's fine. That's what should happen. Press Install Ubuntu. Click it. Click, whatever. Yeah, so click it. You can install third-party. It's for playing MP3s and whatnot. It doesn't make the installation take much longer. Your decision still. there's a warning under what's pre-selected for erase disk and install Ubuntu. You just made a 6 GB image that is completely blank on your hard drive. There's nothing you can delete. This warning means nothing because this is a virtual machine. So keep that selected and say install now. You can select whatever you want. I'm just going to keep it on the default. Log in later, because really you're not going to be using this for anything intensive. If you log in later. And now it is installing everything. At this point, it's as good as any point, if I haven't already said this, to switch your Ethernet cables from the one that goes from your computer to your router, switch it from the LAN port, the LAN port that it's plugged into right now, and put it into the internet in port or WAN port. It's what your modem should be hooked into. Alright, so my installation has finished. Now, since yours has probably as well, you can restart. Alright, put in your password. Alright, so here's your File Explorer, here's Firefox web browser, and then here's Ubuntu application installer, and then system settings. So up here, go to devices, USB, and click whatever your Android device is. As you can see by my web browser, I am not connected to the internet. You can unlock from launcher, but do not unmount. So now it is going to say that wired connection 2 is successfully there. Here we go, it wants us to update. Well, guess what? Oh, just say close. You don't need language package. Alright, so internet wired connection 2, X that out as well. Wired connection 2, in a short bit, it should be connected. Now over here, what we're going to do is edit connections. Wired connection 1, edit. We're going to call it share, maybe the name of your phone, whatever you want. Go over to IPv4 settings and say share to other computers. And press save. Alright, at this point, you should be able to refresh your browser. And there it is. Internet's working in the VirtualBox. Go over to your router, unplug WAN in, and then plug it back in. There we go. It'll ask if you want to connect to the network. Just say yes. The router should be, instead of standby, it should say internet connection is good, and same with your computer. See, it says it's good. So you have to reset the WAN port. Open your Chrome or whatever web browser. Boom, shakalaka. Check it out. Oh man, nearly 8. So nearly 16 times faster. Look at those numbers. Alright, so, boom shakalaka. I hope this helped. Ask me any questions, comments below. That's it. Thanks for watching.